When we do the right thing, we don't call in sick if we're not sick. Most of us don't get a bonus for that.
When we don't use our vacation time, most of us just lose it. But Albuquerque City workers who don't call in sick and who don't use vacation time hit the jackpot. They get payouts that cost millions of dollars a year, millions that the city no longer has. Here's Michael Herzenberg on special assignment.
The city of Albuquerque sits on a $66 million budget hole, but could make up almost 1/10 of that, $6 million a year, by getting rid of something critics call a waste.
This kind of just bonus baby incentive situation is out of control and it needs to stop.
You see, if you work a public safety job or even a desk job for the city, you can bank your sick and vacation days, cashing in when you retire by cashing out. Up to 150 unused sick days and 43 unused vacation days, often at your highest salary. Retirement for Albuquerque City workers can feel a lot like winning the lottery. But there's no luck involved. When Deputy Police Chief Michael Castro hung up his gun and badge this past year, the city paid him $141,000. His fellow APD Deputy Chief Kevin McCabe walked away with a $126,000 parting gift. From garbage to gold, the head of solid waste, Leonard Garcia, picked up $116,000. Fire Chief Robert Ortega, $114,000. Deborah James, the former mayor's public information officer, $80,000. And Cultural Services Director Ray Darnell, $78,000. The list goes on and on and on, year after year. But those workers didn't cheat the system. They simply got what they're entitled to.
I wouldn't call it a golden parachute by any means.
AFL-CIO Union President Christine Trujillo, who oversees 4 city employee unions, says most workers are not getting rich in their jobs or in their retirements.
I don't think it's a waste of money. I think it's a morale booster. It's an incentive for workers who have donated a lot of time and energy and commitment to their job.
It's an antiquated system.
The city's human resources manager, Gene Mosier, disagrees. He says the benefits were designed in the 70s when working for the city didn't pay as well as employment in the private sector. Now the pay is roughly equal.
Consequently, we're now really paying an awful lot.
To put it simply, the payouts are meant to reward city workers for doing their jobs and for not calling in sick. An idea that drives critics crazy. Paul Gessing runs the Rio Grande Foundation, a think tank that advocates penny-pinching government dollars.
Incredible, unbelievable. In the private sector, if you don't show up for work, you abuse your sick leave policy, you lose your job.
Now Mayor R.J. Berry, who campaigned saying he wants to run the city more like a private business, thinks it's time for a change. The mayor's office is negotiating with the 7 unions representing city workers to overhaul the retirement payouts. As you can imagine, it won't be easy.
We've got a lion's share of work in front of us.
The mayor's office expects city councilors to begin consideration of a compromise by next year. Back to you.
Okay, Michael, now here's how the city stacks up to other levels of government when it comes to payouts for unused sick time and vacation days. Bernalillo County workers don't have a cap on the amount of sick days they can cash in at retirement, but often have lower salaries. State workers can only bank half the sick time that city workers can, and then can only cash it out at 50 cents on the dollar.